I'm Mark Rober, and I'm a former NASA and Apple engineer turned YouTuber. Welcome to my monthly class. This class is a hands-on 30-day learning experience that will teach you how to use engineering and science to bring your creative ideas to life. For the past 10 years, I've been sharing my engineering builds to YouTube, now to over 15 million subscribers and almost 2 billion views. I've designed an automatic bullseye dartboard, a rocket-powered golf club, the world's largest super soaker and Nerf gun, a glitter bomb bait package to stop porch pirates, playing card machine gun, an automatic strike bowling ball, and a Ninja Warrior obstacle course for squirrels, plus a bunch more. During this class, I'm going to share with you my entire creative engineering process from start to finish. You're going to follow along with me as I fully design and engineer 3 brand new builds from scratch, from how I come up with the viral idea, all the way through finalizing the build and giving it character. Along the way, I'm going to be explaining and teaching everything that I'm doing. My thought process, my design decisions, my tools and techniques. We'll cover mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, 3D printing, prototyping, CAD, Arduino and Raspberry Pi, the scientific method, and so much more, including how to tell a great story around your build so people will see it and naturally want to share it with their friends. And if all that sounds way over your head, don't worry, because I'll be taking these complex topics and breaking them down to their most basic elements, so they'll make sense even to someone who's just starting out. And by far the coolest part of all of this is you'll also be engineering your own original creative builds alongside me. The best way to learn is by doing. So this class is hands-on. You'll apply what you're learning in class directly to your own unique projects. And whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced engineer, this course is designed so you can learn and create at the edge of your own abilities. Together, we'll follow the engineering design process side by side, and by the end of the month, you will leave the class with 3 creative, original builds of your own that you can proudly show off to the world. In part 1 of the class, I'm going to walk you through my start to finish engineering design process as I create my first build. This build is going to rely on mechanical engineering, and it's going to relate in some way to the category of food. I'll show you how to brainstorm and select the best build ideas, how to define requirements and constraints, how to systematically conduct background research and run experiments to answer open questions, how to utilize energy sources like springs, pneumatics, and motors, how to find and purchase the best materials, and then how to test and improve a prototype, which will then lead to your final build. By the end of part 1, you'll learn my complete end-to-end engineering design process. You'll watch me design, construct, and finalize my build right in front of you. And you'll create a mechanical build completely unique to you, also having something to do with food. Whether that's a machine that cooks you breakfast at the push of a button, or a device to more quickly cut your vegetables, or a ridiculous Rube Goldberg machine that simply feeds you a single piece of cake. We'll all be creating our own unique creations. And if you hear that and you're like, I could never make something like that, I promise you totally can. The key is to just step through this process. In part 2, we'll deep dive into electrical engineering and create our second build of the class side by side. This time we'll each create our own builds, just having something to do with art. Building on everything you learned in part 1, we're going to use a simple Arduino to construct an electrical engineering build. I'm going to show you how to design and create electrical circuits using a breadboard, wires, and resistors, how to utilize sensors for things like light, sound, and temperature, how to control effectors like LEDs and servo motors, and even how to write code to program the Arduino microcontroller. And again, don't worry if you've never coded before. I will explain and demonstrate it in a way that even a total beginner will still be able to make some really cool stuff. And as you watch me design and engineer my second build, I'll document and explain everything that I'm doing. And again, it will be from coming up and brainstorming the idea all the way through finalizing the build. You'll follow along, and by the end of part 2, you'll also create your second build of the class, this time using an Arduino and tools of electrical engineering. There's so many different directions to take when making an electronic build that just somehow pertains to art. So I'm excited to see what you imagine up and create. And then in the final part of the class, we're going to expand on parts 1 and 2, and then you're going to learn an additional set of advanced engineering tools. Using these tools, we'll create our third and final builds, this time in the category of habits. Either you build something that helps you enforce a good habit, or something that helps you break a bad one. In this part, I'll show you how to use a more powerful microcontroller called a Raspberry Pi, how to design parts for your builds using CAD, we'll do 3D printing and cover custom printed circuit boards, and how to bring these more advanced tools into the engineering design process you're already familiar with. And so by the end of the 30-day class, you will have 3 totally original creative builds in the categories of food, art, and habits that you can proudly share with your friends, family, and the world. And what I love most about the monthly platform is during the class you will meet other students from around the world who will be taking the class with you. You'll be put in a small group of your peers where you'll be able to share builds and works in progress, ask and answer questions, give and receive feedback, and just share in the creative journey alongside others. Based on the feedback, this is consistently one of the most rewarding parts of the class. I'll also be periodically checking in on all the groups throughout the month to see some of the cool stuff you guys are making. So if you're looking for a new, hands-on way to bring your creative ideas to life, or if you've always been interested in science and engineering and now you want to further invest in that interest, or even if you're a more experienced engineer who's just looking to learn new ways of doing things, then this class is for you. Committing to this class will give you the structure, guidance, and support you need to transform your ideas into one-of-a-kind, fully functional creative builds. During these 30 days, you'll see your ideas go from designs to prototypes to final builds, learning tools and techniques along the way that will serve you for the rest of your creative life. I think you're going to be amazed with yourself at what you can actually learn and create in only a single month. And the process I'll be teaching you is the same process I use at Apple as a product designer. It's the same process I use at NASA to help build the Curiosity rover. And it's the same exact process I use every single month to make my YouTube videos. So enroll now in this month-long learning experience with me, Mark Robert, and monthly to level up your creative engineering skills. I absolutely promise you will not regret it.